Hello and welcome to Dynamic Pilates with Christina Bennington. Hi team, hello. Hi Tina, hi everyone jumping in. Yay, hi Caitlin. Happy Friday everybody. Welcome to Hardcore Dynamic Pilates, 45 minutes with me today. You need no equipment, you need nothing, just me and you. And a lot of movement, a lot of core work today. Hardcore, it's in the name, right? Hello. Anyone who hasn't met me before? Oh, hey, Ante. Fontaine. Oh, so many lovely trainers here today. How exciting. Hello, people. Please let me know in the comments if you have not done class with me before. If you maybe haven't done a hardcore class at all before, let me know, and I'm excited to move with you today. Happy Friday, Paula. Hey, Fontaine. Gorgeous Fontaine and Emily are here. If you don't know them, you must simply do their class. You must. Check them out. You can see them right here. Find them in the comments. Fontaine and Emily Taylor. Find them. And anyone who's watching this later on Catch Up on IGTV, still find them. You'll find them via the lovely Hardcore. Yes, it is Friday. As you can see, I'm feeling pretty Friday. Already dancing, already moving. Yay, first timer in my class. So thrilled. Welcome. So much love, everybody. Today we have got 2 minutes before we're going to get moving. If you have any questions for me, hey Emma, if you have any questions for me at all today, let me know. I will always offer some modifications to take things down a little bit, if you want to make them a little less intense. I will also offer some progressions if maybe you've been doing these classes for a little while or you're feeling strong today. It's lovely to see you all coming from all over the world. 2 minutes to go. What class is this? This is Hardcore Dynamic Pilates. You've got 45 minutes with me today. You will need nothing. If you have a mat, fantastic. Maybe you want some water. Otherwise, you just need yourself. You and I moving together from everywhere. If you're super far away in the world, maybe it isn't 12:30 where you are, let me know. That's a lot of fun for me. I'm coming to you this morning from Belfast in Northern Ireland. And I am thrilled to have you here. It is pretty cloudy here as well, actually. So I feel you. We're going to create some heat and some sunshine together is the goal. Hello. Anyone else just jumping in? We've got 1 minute to go and then we're going to get moving. Just so you all know, if you weren't aware, tomorrow is Global Wellness Day and Hardcore are offering, yay, hey Singapore, awesome. Hardcore are doing for Global Wellness Day tomorrow free classes tomorrow. Mine's at 12 p.m. So if you want to check us out via our booking, there's I think 5 or 6 free classes happening tomorrow, so move with us. They are live Zoom classes, which is very exciting. And by the way, if you haven't done any of my Zoom classes before, I'm Christina. I teach 6 times a week via the old Hardcore Zoom schedule, so find me, come join, let's party. I will often use weights and dumbbells in my class normally, but here today you need nothing. No weights, just you and I. And yeah, I will offer modifications and progressions. If you have not done Hardcore Dynamic Pilates before, all you need to know is there's going to be a lot of emphasis on breath, alignment, and tempo. So follow my cues when it comes to all those things, and we will get on just fine. It is 12:30. I'm going to turn off commenting so you can all see a little clearer. I'll turn it back on at the end. Thrilled. Okay. Hi, people. Let's move. I'm going to put this back to the beginning, set a timer. You're going to come to stand on the back of your mat. It is 12:30. Welcome again to Dynamic Pilates with me, Christina. Come to stand at the back of your mat. We're going to take some sun salutations to begin with. So have your feet hip distance apart. Before you even move anywhere, really squeeze your bottom. Pull your belly button towards your spine. We're going to inhale to reach up all the way overhead. When you get there, pull your shoulders down and away from your ears. Exhale as your hands come down through heart center. Soften your knees, chin to chest. Bring your hands all the way down and walk out. Find a high plank. Pause to make this really active. So press your chest away from the ground. Scoop your tummy up, scoop your rib cage up. And then together, you're going to press back into a little downward dog and take a reach back. Your left hand comes towards your right shin. Look underneath your arm. And then slowly inhale, come back to the high plank. Other side. Tailbone floats up. You just rotate through your spine. Bring it back to your high plank and then soften your knees. Slowly walk your hands back towards your feet. Heels heavy, roll all the way up to the top. Let's take that again, a little faster. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, hands down through heart center. Walk out, find your high plank, pause. Scoop your belly button up, press back, find your little reach back. Back through high plank, over to the other side. Maybe getting your heels a little heavier each time. Just starting to wake up into your body. Maybe you've been sitting down all day. Soften, walk back. Roll all the way up. Reach a little taller now as you reach up. Exhale down. Tummy is tight. Soften, walk out. Feeling a little more power each time in the high plank. Press back, rotate. Maybe your hand gets a little lower towards your foot. High plank, other side. Slowly back. Soften your knees. Walk all the way back in. Rolling all the way up. Head is the last thing to come up last time. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands down through heart center. Walk out. Find your high plank. Now we're going to spend a little bit longer here. Slowly take your reach back to each side. Press back. Take that little stretch. Deep breath in. Exhale to rotate a little further. Can you reach a little further and come back through your high plank? Other side. Slowly press back. Hand reaches. Deep breath in. Go a little further. And bring it all the way forwards. Come down onto your forearms for a rainbow plank. Down onto your forearms. Now from here, scoop your rib cage up. Your feet are hip distance apart. Together we drop your heels down to one side along with your hips. Inhale and then exhale, scoop up through the center. Lovely plank every time. Other side, inhale, drop down. And exhale to lift. Good. So you've already started to feel very active in your chest. So push that away from the ground. Find a little bit of space between you and the ground. Dropping your hip and exhaling to squeeze through the center. Now, my favorite thing to imagine in a rainbow plank is you've got two little paintbrushes on either side of your hips. So every time you come through that rainbow, you want to make it a really consistent semicircle that you're drawing, right? So you're painting and it's super smooth and very, very slow, which means through the center, you don't want to lift up too much. It's going to be really consistent. Scooping the midsection in, you want to feel waistline as you lift, and then midsection through the center every time, working the whole of your core. Starting to warm up into your powerhouse on a Friday, right? So drop it down, exhale, scoop through the center, inhale down, and exhale to lift. A lot of breath cues today. Listen to them, use them. Keeping this nice and slow, nice and smooth. Inhale down, exhale lift. You should be starting to feel a little warmer now. Can you make it more active? Flex your feet a little bit more. Almost pulling your heels behind you. Inhale down, exhale to lift. Just one more like this. Inhale down. Exhale to lift. Now just holding into the center here. Scoop up a little more. Rib cage is nice and squeezed in. 3, just 2, and 1. Flip it over quick as you can. Quick transitions. Flip it over. Lie down. Seesaw. Lying down. Reach your fingertips all the way above you to the sky. Your knees are bent up to the sky. Your heels are nice and heavy. Start with them close in towards your bum. We're going to exhale to lift your head and shoulders, reaching up to the sky. Pause at the top. 3 extra little squeezes here. Squeeze up 1 inch, hold. Down an inch, hold. Up an inch, hold. Down and hold. It's nice and slow. Last one, squeeze it up. Slowly roll your head and shoulders all the way down. Now I want you to be heavy through your shoulders as you exhale to roll your hips all the way up. Bring them all the way up. Squeeze at the top. Extra squeeze in your glutes. Hold it there. Little lifts for 3. Squeeze up. Just for 2. And 1. Slowly roll down. You want to melt your spine down onto the ground. Finding a little bit of articulation here. As soon as your waist touches, you exhale to lift your head and shoulders again. Bring it up to that top point. Then 3 little squeezes. Up for 3. Just 2. And 1. Roll down. And then really try and squeeze your shoulders into the ground as you lift your hips. So what you're doing with this little seesaw is, yes, you're warming up into your glutes. With those extra little lifts, you should start to feel your bum switch on. But also, you're training your spine to have better articulation, right? Little squeezing, reaching up to the sky. And roll down. Now, the next time you come down, you're going to walk your heels a couple of inches further away from you, maybe 4 or 5 inches, and exhale to lift your hips up off the ground. I want you to feel more hamstring engagement here when you come up to the top. 3 little lifts. Feel your hamstrings a little more intense. If you're still just feeling glute, you might want to move your heels a little further away. Lifting up to the sky, seeing if you can reach a little higher each time. Next up is going to be the last into your hamstring bridge. So exhale as you lift your hips all the way up. Again, if you can't feel your hamstrings nice and shaky, move your heels further away. Lift up a little higher. 10 lifts. Up. You don't want to think about going down here. Gravity will take care of that. You just lift up. For 5. Just 4, 3, 2, roll all the way down. And then just grab the back of your knees, come up to sitting. Good morning with a hamstring stretch. Sitting up nice and tall, reach your hands in front of you. Now, the emphasis is to sit up. So if that means you bend your knees a little bit, go for it. But what is important is that spinal length. Inhale to open your arms up on the diagonal. One hand goes high, one hand goes low. You sit up as tall as available. Activate your upper back. And then as you exhale, you're just going to come forward, take a little hamstring stretch, which should feel nice after that little glute bridge. Inhale, open up other side, sitting up a little taller, and exhale down. So now you're feeling a little warmer. What I really want you to think about is expanding your rib cage, taking up a little more space, not apologizing for how long your lovely limbs are, for how much you can fill your lungs, right? We tend to sit down at a desk and take up as little space as possible. Keep moving. I want you to reach, expand your body, see how much space you can take up here, and really enjoy the hamstring stretch. Make sure your head and neck is nice and released and relaxed over the front. You don't need to look at me. I'm not that interesting, right? You know what's happening. Keep moving. Make it about your body, not just what I'm doing, right? Inhale, open. Exhale, release. Next time you inhale to open, sit up nice and tall. This time as you exhale, you're going to come back into a C curve, our favorite thing. So C curve, your hands are in front of you. You pull your rib cage towards your hips. See how small you can make that gap. So we're not just leaning back in our shoulders, you're really changing the shape of your spine. Feels a lot more intense. And then inhale to open up. So as you exhale each time, you're going to find the C curve. Again, if you want, you can have straight legs here or a little bend, whatever you prefer. Inhale up and exhale down. Almost thinking chin to chest as you come back. Exhale down. Last one like this. Inhale up. Exhale, find your C curve and pause there. Now let's experiment with where the levers are here. So pin your knees together, squeeze, find some inner thigh engagement, get lower in your C curve. Slowly bring your hands all the way up. Feel how that feels a little more shaky, a little more connected, and bring your hands back down. Lift up. Keep your chest open, heart open, reaching up to the sky and down. You should be able to feel the little shake get a little more intense and then ease off a little. We go up and down. Hold your C curve. Can you get lower? Keep breathing. Up and down. Last one. Bring it up as high as you can. Hold it wherever you can, whether that's 45, up, or just in line with your shoulders. Slowly bring one knee into your chest. That feels fun, right? And tap it down. Exhale, pull the other knee in. And inhale to lengthen. No points for speed here. Super slow. Exhale in. Inhale, lengthen. Last time. Exhale, bring it all the way in. Inhale to lengthen and roll all the way down. Straight into a chop down with a twist. Your hands reach to the sky. Your knees come into tabletop position. Hands to the sky, knees to tabletop. Exhale as you lift your head and shoulders, reaching your arms long. Extend your left leg. Energy all the way to your toes. Both of your hands are going to reach towards your left leg. Come up as high as you can. Exhale, lift 1 inch further. And then inhale slower on the way down for 4. Slow, slow, slow. 3, 2, head and shoulders touch. You go to the other side. Exhale to lift your head and shoulders. Rib cage coming down towards your hips is what happens first. Extending the other leg. Then you reach a little higher and slowly come back down. So when you keep moving, just because I stop doesn't mean you do. Keep going. So what I want you to do is you're getting that oblique connection, oblique engagement. Finding lovely little rotations each time you reach for the extended leg. And there's energy all the way through your extended leg. It's not just hanging out there for nothing. Same with your arms. You're really reaching with intention, with purpose. Stunning, beautiful. I can tell. Good, so energy is building, heat is building everywhere. Can you get a little higher each time with your chest? So it's not about just folding your body. It's about really reaching up with your whole upper body. Different kind of emphasis, different kind of connection. Slowly, you've just got 3 more like this at this lovely slow tempo. Think glacial, think snail's pace, or as I like to say, insert your favorite slow animal here. Whatever you think you might be most like. Exhale, all the way up, taking that extra little squeeze, and down. You've just got 1 more. This time, keep both knees in tabletop. Exhale as you lift your head and shoulders, ribcage pulling towards your hips. Now stay up there. Slowly extend both legs out to 45 degrees, but keep your head and shoulders exactly where they are. Again, just like that movement we did with the arms, feel how it changes. Bring your knees back above your hips. Extend all the way out. Find length through your fingertips. Open your chest a little more and pull your knees in. 2 more. Lengthen all the way out. Keeping your head and shoulders up. Don't let them drop. Last time. Extend all the way out. Bring it all the way in and release down onto the ground. Straight into a reverse bungee. Straight into a reverse bungee. You're going to pop your left foot on the floor. Your right foot comes into the sky. Point your top foot if you can. Left foot ground, right foot sky. Drive heavy through your left heel as you exhale to squeeze all the way up to the top here. Pause. At the top, we're just taking tiny inch repetitions. So you're going to go up 1 inch and down 1 inch. It is tiny. It's about control. Exhale, lift. Inhale down. Now the closer your heel is to your bum, the more you're going to feel this in your glute. So tiny squeezes. Lift up and down. Now think about your rib cage pulling down, which will immediately get a lot more resistance into the move here. If you were to let it flare, you could push all the way up, right? But nothing's happening. What I want you instead to do is keep a hold of your midsection tight. So this becomes a lot smaller. You'll feel a very different intensity. If it feels great, lift your hands up above you, reaching towards the sky, challenge your stability. If you were doing that, I want you to really press your shoulder blades down into the ground. Keep going. Now you're going to start to feel that lovely feeling of the muscle getting a little bit of fatigue, right? You're getting a little warm. It's getting a little numb. Maybe you want to shake it out and stop. Don't. Keep going. Fight through it. Mind-body connection is all about that little push through where it feels uncomfortable in order to get a change in the muscle. So keep lifting. Maybe you get a little higher. Create a little more resistance for yourself. Heavy through your heel that's on the ground. Lifting up. Yes, team. Squeeze it up. This today is your Friday feeling. Get up a little higher. It's going to take you into the rest of your day. Lift up. Now come all the way up to the top. Pause here. Slowly, you're just going to extend your straight leg down so that it's in line with your other knee and lift it back up to the sky. Again, feel how that changes the intensity. You're putting a little more weight as the leg comes down and lifting up. Pressing your arms down into the ground or up to the sky, whichever version you're doing. Lift up last time. Little squeezes to the sky with your toe. 3. Just 2. Little higher, I know. And 1. Come up to sitting, seated torso twist. Find the C curve that you know and love. Shoulders pull down, rib cage comes towards your hips. Now slowly, you're going to pull your left elbow back like it's moving through toffee and reach forward with your right hand. Looking down at your bottom elbow, inhale to come back into the center. Refine your C curve every single time, which might mean you need to roll your tailbone a little bit. Exhale, pull back with your left elbow. Reaching forward with the other hand and inhale center. So what I'm looking for is midsection engagement, core in the center, and then into the waistline. So you really get the left side of your waist as you pull back. Keep moving. How you're going to find this a little deeper. Keep your hips still. So it's really tempting when you make this rotation to just let everything move around with it, right? I want you to hold this still so you really get the contrast as this pulls back. Really makes that feel a lot more connected, deeper into your oblique. Similarly, super tempting just to move your elbow, nothing really happening, right? I want you to imagine my hand is behind your elbow, so you've got to pull and squeeze, find intention, put your own resistance in here, take a bit of ownership for how deep you want to make this connection feel. Exhale, round, inhale, center. Exhale, round, maybe you get a little deeper into your C curve. I mean by that, ribs to hips, not just leaning back. Use your breath, no one can hear you. Inhale, on the next one, pin your knees together. Exhale as you pull your elbow back. Pause when you think you've gone as far as you can. Lift and extend your left leg, pinning your knees together. Little squeezes round for 5. Squeeze 4. Just 3, 2, and 1. Release. You're coming straight into a high teaser. So you're just going to turn your hands down onto the mat behind you. Leave your feet where they are. Lift your hips up. So you come into this sort of high plank position, but your left foot is underneath and in front of the right. Both legs are straight. You exhale to squeeze your ribs and your hips together, just 1 or 2 inches. Pause. Inhale to release, just 1 or 2 inches. Exhale, squeeze. And inhale down. So super tempting to press back into a downward dog here and just stretch. Not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for that same oblique connection as you had in your seated torso twist. If you need to modify, you put your knees down, you come down to a side plank, and you can be little lifts into your waistline. Otherwise, if you're in your full teaser, Little tip for you, your top hip, so your right hip that's up to the sky, open it back a little further, like you're trying to reach it further behind you, and as you lift, it should feel a little more intense. Now, common misconception is that I want you to do every repetition. The goal is for you to be so challenged that you need to drop out and make the decision to come back in. If you could do every single repetition today, it wouldn't be tough enough, wouldn't be changing your muscles, right? So if you need a little moment, you take a breath and you just make the decision to come back, pressing your chest away from the ground, getting a little deeper into your waistline. Again, don't feel the need to challenge your range coming all the way up. Instead, challenge your range by making it smaller. Teeny squeezes into your waistline. Little squeezes. Easy for me to say when I'm just standing, right? Little lifts, just 4. So tiny. Just 3. Lifting for 2. And 1, release, both knees come down. Straight away, you lift your left foot up to the sky. So you're bending your left leg to 90 degrees and then a little bit further. Flex your foot, press your heel. Slowly we lift up, straight into bungees. Double bungee Friday. Lift up, so your left heel is pressing to the sky. Now, team, if you are not sure, have a look at me. What I want you to do is rather than arching, you're gonna scoop your belly button to the sky, press your chest away from the ground, straightening your arms. That will mean straight away you cannot lift your heel as high. If I arch, my heel can get up here. It's not doing what I want it to. Hips stay square, everything pulls up and in. Tiny lifts. From that hamstring bridge we did at the beginning, you should feel real resistance in your hamstring and your glute. You shouldn't be able to move that far. It's tiny. I want you to imagine that I'm sitting on top of your heel, so there's a real heavy weight there. You've got to really squeeze and push. It's not easy to just kick up. It's really resisted. Little squeezes, and you're going to make it feel a little more intense in the waistline for you as well. If you put more of your weight into your left hand, so press more of your weight into the left heel of your hand, up and lift. Should be starting to feel a little comfortable, feel a little intense now. Good, that's what I want. Lift up high. Think about your belly button. Are you still pulling it up and in? Is everything still in line? Again, try and keep your head and neck in line. Once you know what's happening, you don't need to be looking around, so that we keep length all the way through your spine. Keep lifting. Lift up and up. Should be starting to feel a little shaky now. Can you bring your heel a little closer to your bum? Keep lifting, keep squeezing. This is the point where you start to change your muscle. Lift up and up. Now hold it high from here, hamstring curl. Keep your knee exactly where it is as you inhale to lengthen your leg behind you. If anything, the knee might get higher. Hips stay square. Exhale, pull the heel all the way back into your bum. 2 more like this. Inhale, lengthen away. Keep pressing your chest away from the ground. Exhale, squeeze your heel in. You should be feeling very warm. Inhale, lengthen all the way out. Exhale, bring it all the way in and release. Swing that left leg straight in front of you, coming into a 90-90 lunge. So your left leg is forward. You're going to meet me at the bottom of the lunge. So what I want you to do is just lift your knee a couple of inches. Lift your back knee a couple of inches. Now we're going to set this position up. Super important. So do it the incorrect way for me by opening your hips. So let your hips open. And then I want you to pull your left hip back until you really feel your left glute start to wake up. Lift your hands above you. Now pull your belly button to your spine, rib cage down and in. Feel how that intensifies your hip flexor stretch. Slowly exhale as you pull your hands down in line with your shoulders, turning towards the left hand side. Pause when you get there. See if you can close your ribs to your hips a little more, different feeling. Inhale to open your body back up to the front. And exhale, drive heavy through your front heel to bring your arms down as you come up to the top. Now we started at the bottom, so let's get back to that lovely alignment. Inhale, bend both knees. Keep your left hip pulled back. Come down to the bottom, pull your rib cage down. Exhale as you start to rotate without moving your hips. Inhale into the center and exhale up. Now keep going here. Some people might start to feel this a little more in your back leg, in your quad, because I want it to be heavy in your front heel. If that is the case for you, when you're in your 90-90, just bring your body weight slightly further forward. You will immediately feel the left glute switch on, firing up a little bit more. That's totally fine. As long as you get that engagement, it doesn't matter if your chest is slightly further forward. It just means we're a little less focused on the hip flexor stretch, but totally cool. Want to think about that rotation? Same as the seated torso twist, your hips are still. I want you to imagine This is what would happen if I was in the room with you. I'm standing next to you, right? I'm holding onto your hips, grabbing them tight so you cannot move them with that rotation. The hips stay square. Rotation comes from your upper body. Feels different, right? Keep breathing. Again, easy for me to say, right? I'll jump back in with you. So maybe you think a little more square. Maybe you hold a little stiller. That rotation in your upper body should feel like a lovely sense of openness. Last time like this, slowly bring it down. Keep your hands above you. Shoulder blades pulled down and away from your ears, belly button to your spine. Can you tighten everything up there? Now I want you to take your body weight forwards, but leave your hips exactly where they are. So you really feel your left glute take a lot more of your weight here. Go as far forward as you want to, and then an extra 2 inches where I want you to. Back knee bends down an extra 2 inches as you inhale. And exhale to lift. So your chest is not moving. Inhale down and exhale lift. Your hips are not opening up, they stay square. We go down and exhale to lift. See if you can think a little more into your left heel. Inhale down, exhale lift. Scoop your belly button up. Inhale down and exhale lift. Inhale down, exhale lift. Inhale down, pause here. Now you should be feeling shaky, stay there. Lift your body weight all the way up again. I just want you to take a little stretch here. So yes, your legs are shaking. You slowly reach up and over to the left-hand side, back into the center, and stand all the way up. Whew, feels good. Come down onto your knees, going straight into a kneeling mermaid crunch. Come down onto your knees. You extend your left leg out to the side. Left leg comes out to the side. Your right knee is on the ground. Have a look down. I want your right hip to be directly above your knee. What I don't want is it to be over here somewhere or the other way. Both fingertips to temples. Inhale as you drop your body down, keeping your hips pressed open and forwards. Exhale to lift up just 1 inch. Pause. Slowly rotate your body to the sky, but again, your hips stay still. Theme of the day. Little crunches for 3. Lift up 3, just 2, and 1. Open your body back, staying perfectly in alignment. You don't go up, you just go down. Inhale 1 inch down. Exhale, lift up 1 inch. Pause. Rotate your body. Little squeezes. Up for 3, for 2, and 1. Good. So the first couple of repetitions of this feel lovely. It's my favorite combination of a mermaid at the moment, because the first couple feel pretty nice, and then it gets more intense. Exhale up, 2, and lift. Slowly back to me. You're starting to feel that bite in the top of your waistline. You've already been using it for a while. We're getting back into it now. So challenge yourself to stay with it, stay slow, keep the tempo. Can you open your elbows a little wider? Make your chest feel open, even though this is feeling intense. If it's too much, you can bring your hands down to your waist, still getting your waistline, but not having as much weight in your upper body. Watch out for your hips. They're going to want to start drifting back. I want you to press them forwards. Squeeze your bum. Make sure you've got this really strong position, strong alignment. Little squeezes. Starting to get more interesting. Don't worry, this is your last move on this side. Feels good. Inhale down 1 inch, last time. Exhale, lift. Rotate your body open towards the sky. Little squeezes up. For 10. Oh, you didn't think it was going to be 10, did you? Squeeze 9. 8. Lift your elbows open a little further. 6. Maybe your body's starting to feel pretty heavy. Good. 3. For 2. And 1. Release. Just take a little stretch here. Pop your right hand down. Open your left arm to the sky, whatever feels good for you. Sometimes people like to move forward, sometimes back. Whatever feels like a nice opening here. I don't stop often for stretches, so enjoy this moment. Just 3, just 2, and then all you're going to do is come down onto your bum straight into the other side. Reverse bungee. You know what's coming this side? We can transition even faster. Your shoulders are down. This time your right heel is nice and close to your bum on the ground. Your left foot is up to the sky. Exhale as you lift all the way up. Pause here. Tiny inch repetitions. You just go up 1 inch. And down 1 inch. Use your breath. Exhale, lift. And inhale down. So it's a little less hamstring heavy, this one. It's very much glute. Heel is close. Again, if you did it on the other side, lift your hands to the sky. If not, you just squeeze your arms down, shoulders. And straight away, I want you to think about what we talked about on the first side. So you pull your rib cage down and in. It resists the range. So you can't just press all the way up, right? Because this, your powerhouse, your core is strong. It's a tiny squeeze. Almost frustratingly small, but that's where the change comes. It's teeny tiny, little lifts. Yes, heavy through your heel that's on the ground, really reaching for the sky with your other foot. Make this have energy and intention. It shouldn't feel like a punishment for your body. It should feel like a celebration of how deeply connected you can be into your glute. Build the heat, build the kinetic energy, feel fantastic, okay? It's Friday. Keep lifting, keep going. I know I'm standing here and not doing it. I'll get back into it. Keep lifting. You go up. It's getting a little heavier now, whether you're reaching to the sky or arms on the ground. Just embrace that feeling. Maybe press up a little more. Just 5 like this. I know, just keep going. 3, lift up. 2, now hold it high. Slowly lengthen your top leg down until your knees are in line with one another. And slowly lift up without dropping your hips down. Slowly drop it down, pointing all the way. Can you keep your hips high? Keep them square. Letting it lengthen away. Exhale to lift. Last one. Inhale down. Exhale all the way up. Little lift up. Just 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Just grab the back of your legs. Come up to sitting. And maybe you want to keep them behind your knees as you let your belly button move back to find your C curve. So that it's not your shoulders, your belly button. Find your C curve. Arms extend. Seated torso twist. Exhale to pull your right elbow this time all the way back. Put intention into it. Reach forward with the other hand and inhale back to the center. Exhale. Find your rotation. Really use your breath. Reach forward with the other hand. And inhale into the center. Now, if you are not shaking in this central part, get lower in your C curve, right? We could just sit and hang out and sort of do nothing, but so much about dynamic Pilates is learning your own body, taking ownership for your own connection. So pull your ribs closer to your hips. Really pull your elbow back through toffee, through sand, whatever it is. Keep moving. Imagining me sat next to you, holding onto your hips. So do this class as if I was sat next to you, holding you, doing it with you. Your hips are still, your rotation is coming through your upper body. So you're really targeting into your waistline. I just looked at mine like I needed to look to see where it was, but that's what you should be doing. So look at your back elbow. If your eyes follow, your body will come with you. Exhale round and inhale back. Super slow. Last time like this, exhale, pulling your elbow back, pause here, pin your legs together, squeeze your inner thighs. Can you get lower in your C curve, extend your right leg, little squeezes round. 4, 5, just 4, squeeze 3, just 2, and 1, release. You're gonna turn over into your high teaser. So your hands go down, you leave your feet where they are. Right foot is in front of your left, you lift up. Your legs are straight. And you exhale to squeeze your ribs and your hips together. Ribs and hips. Close enough. Inhale, drop down 1 inch. Exhale, squeeze. And inhale down. Again, you want to make sure your shoulders are as far over your wrists as possible. As soon as we put them back here, it becomes more upper body. I really want you to think waist. Keep moving. Your left hip is opening back to the sky. So you're really finding the rotation in your waistline, but your shoulders are down. That little contrast, that juxtaposition, is how you find the intensity. Teasers are my favorite thing. I know they must be yours too. I can't hear you, so you can't argue with me. Exhale, lift, inhale down, because you feel the power of pushing your chest away from the ground. You feel the rotation deepening and everything is working. Again, if you modified on the first side, just pop your knees down, your forearm down, and give me lifts in your side plank. Otherwise, team, I want you to really, for these next couple of repetitions, think about how straight your legs are, how you're really on the sides of your feet, on the blades, and now make it much smaller. Just 3. Super slow for 2. Last one, lift all the way up and release straight into a bungee. Knees come down, you lift your right foot to the sky. Lift your right foot to the sky, bend it to 90 degrees, flex the foot. Now everybody, get your arch and then completely change it. Scoop, 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 find that neutral spine. Exhale, lift and lift. Lift. If you are truly pulling up in the center of your body and pushing your chest away from the ground, this will be so small. Keep lifting. Again, you should feel quite a lot of hamstring here because of the way we've activated and set up your body. Keep pressing your heel to the sky. And on this side, you want to think about your weight going heavier into your right hand than your left. As soon as you do that, you will feel the stabilization kicking in your oblique. Lift up and up. Just squeezing your heel to the sky. Lift up and up. Beautiful. So I want you to imagine This time my hand is underneath your knee, okay? So you never want to get lower than my hand. You can only get up higher than my hand, higher and higher each time. Anyone who's done class with me in the room, you know, if I'm in there with you, my hand is underneath your knee, okay? You're lifting higher and higher, teeny tiny, finding that control, lifting up. Bet you didn't expect a double bungee Friday, but that's okay. That's what I'm here for. Lift up and up. Keeping your hips square. So you almost want to imagine that you've got headlights on your hips and they're both pointing towards the ground, shining a light on the ground. What you don't want is to open your hip up here. Keep them shining down, up. Just 4. Tummy is tight, just 2. Now hold it high, hamstring curl. Keep your knee exactly where it is. Nothing moves except your foot. Inhale as you lengthen your leg away from you, feel your hamstring kick in. Exhale, squeeze your heel all the way to your bum, nice and close. Inhale to lengthen. Keep your belly button scooped up. Exhale, pull it in, starting to shake now. Just 1 more like this. Inhale, lengthen all the way out. Exhale, slowly pull all the way in. Get your heel as close to your bum as possible. Little lift here. Just 5, just 4, 3, 2, and 1. Straight away, swing your right leg forwards and meet me in your 90-90 lunge. Swing your right leg forwards now. Again, you want to think all your weight is heavy into your right heel. If that means you take your body slightly forward, great. What I'm most concerned about is your hips. So try them open and then pull your right hip back. Make sure you've got lovely knee alignment here. Lift your hands to the sky, pull your shoulders down, rib cage down. Feels completely different. Squeeze your bum, rib cage down. Exhale as you rotate your body round towards the right. Your hands come down in line with your shoulders without moving your hips. Inhale, center. Exhale, drive heavy through your front heel, lifting up. Now you will notice my back heel stays high, it never drops down. My back leg is straight the entire time when you come up to the top. So bend both knees, exhaling as you rotate. Keep moving. Now in your rotation, what I want you to think about is rather than just opening up like this as you rotate, you want to rotate round and down, so it's slightly different. You're really still squeezing the ribs and the hips together. That connection is still important here in this move. Beautiful team. I assume you're moving at a gorgeous slow tempo. Glacial, snails, turtles, whatever. Answers on a postcard. Exhale round. And each time you come up to the top, make sure when you bend both knees again that you recheck in with your hip alignment. It's so easy to let them start to open. What I want is for you to move slow enough that you're constantly keeping check of that. You might find that you're a little tight in your rotation. Maybe your chest is a little tight at the minute. Maybe your back is a little tight. We've all been there, right? Bring it down to the bottom. Wherever you are, meet me there with both knees bent. Now scoop your belly button in a little more. Squeeze your bum. Take your chest forwards. As far forwards as you dare, really. Scoop your belly button nice and tight. Now slowly inhale to bend your back knee a couple extra inches. Exhale to lift. Constant checking in on your hips here. Inhale, bend. And exhale, lift. You're heavy into your right heel. You're pulling your right hip back constantly. Inhale, down. Exhale, lift. Really reach with your fingertips. Shoulders pull down. Inhale, down. And exhale to lift. I know it's getting intense. Inhale, down. We love it. Exhale, lift. Teeny tiny. This is the point where your muscles really start to change. Inhale, down. Exhale, lift. Last time. Inhale, bring it down. Lift your body weight up. Open your chest. Squeeze your bum. Reach up and over. Little tiny stretch. Into the center and stand. Okay, straight into your kneeling mermaid crunch. Not quite finished. Bring your right leg out to the side. Your right leg comes out to the side. Both fingertips to temples. Before you move, have a little check-in with your left hip. Everything is pressed forwards. Left hip, left knee. Let's transition. Inhale, drop your body down. Keeping your chest nice and open. Now lift up just 1 inch. Pause. Rotate to the sky. Open your heart to the sky and then lift it to the sky for 3, 4, 2, and 1. So you haven't really been working this oblique for a little while. Feels nice and fresh, right? First couple of reps are easy. Inhale, down. Exhale, lift, or easy by comparison. Rotate, keeping your hips pressed forward. Just little 3, little 2, and 1. Open up. So the reason this feels so tough is you're going down 1 inch, up 1 inch, but you're never coming up to this resting position where nothing is really happening. That's why this is my favorite version of a kneeling mermaid currently. So take it down a little further each time. Almost. Remember, if it's getting a bit too much and you want to just modify and drop it down, bring your hands onto your hips, make it a little smaller. You still keep an openness in your upper body. Beautiful team, keep lifting. It's starting to feel more interesting now. Your right oblique is like, hey, hi, I remember the teaser, right? So we haven't quite fully supersetted today. You had a little break from your oblique to come back to it. So it maybe means you can go a little bit longer, maybe means you can get down a little deeper. Try to make the rotation about your whole upper body. Hips are staying still. So you don't just bring your elbows round, which is much easier to do, right? Keep them wide the whole time, squeezing your upper back, making sure it's nice and active. Exhale, little squeezes. 3, 2, you've got one more full repetition. So drop down 1 inch, lift just 1 inch, rotate your body around. 10 squeezes, lift up for 10. Just 9, 8, chest open. Try not to drop out here, just keep with me. 3, 2, and 1. Now you can drop your hand down, take a little stretch, few and far between as they are. Just open up your body a little bit. Again, feel what feels good for you here. Everyone's body's a little bit different. You'll know where your oblique feels the release and feels good. Good, coming up into a lovely squat position. So what I want you to do is stand with your feet about hip distance apart. Now place your hands on the side of your knees. I'm going to show you from the side. What I want you to do is, rather than letting your knees drift forwards, you're going to send your bum back as far as possible. Press with your hands against the outside of your knees and press your knees against your hands. Feel that activation there, and then take your hands away, bring them in front of you, but keep your knees pushing out the ways. Can you get your bum back a little further? Shoulders down, tummy is tight. Slowly, we're going to take a little curtsy around to each side. So you're going to tap your left foot all the way behind your right, but trying to keep your bum back. Try not to let your knee come forwards. Exhale as you rotate your upper body round, like you're trying to look down at your back foot. Pause there. 3 little rotations for 3, just 2, and 1. Bring it back to the center. Step your foot back. This is all slow. It's all about control. Keeping your bum back. Other side. Tap your foot all the way behind. Rotate your upper body all the way around. Little squeezes. 3, 2, and 1. Into the center. So now you're bringing everything back into both glutes. It's all about how slow you can change. And then both sides of your waistline. Keep moving here. What I want you to do is, when you look down at the back foot, again, you think down and around. Like you're really trying to look down at your back foot. Therefore, you feel your oblique connection. And just make sure your bum stays back. You don't let your knee come forwards. It's all about health. It's all about knee alignment. Building those lovely joints in your knees. Building strength there. Keep moving, but I'm just going to tell you that I found hardcore because I am a performer in West End and Broadway musicals, and everyone around me was getting injured, and I wanted to find a way to prevent that, to build up my knee strength and joint strength. I found hardcore, and here I am 4 years later, right? Not an injury in sight, touch wood. So keep it slow. Feel how lovely it feels to really connect every tiny muscle. There are no points for momentum, no points for speed. Tapping behind. Just 1 more each side. Whichever side you're on, take the foot behind. Rotate your upper body around. Maybe you can get your bum down a little further. Just squeeze for 3, 2, and 1. Into the center. Other side. Tap your foot behind. Rotate your upper body round. Down and around for 3, 2, and 1. Now come into the center. Take your weight a little further back. I'm going to show you from the side. I want you to reach your fingertips all the way in front of you. Pull your bum back a little further. Toes lifted, almost like you're going to fall. Exhale as you pull your hands back towards your temples. Fingertips to temples. Now squeeze your elbows as high as you can to the sky. Feel your upper back work. Little lifts of your elbows to the sky for 10, so you can sit lower. 9, 8. So what I want you to feel is switching on your upper back, squeezing between your shoulder blades, forcing your chest to find some release. 4, just 3, 2, and 1. Place your hands down and step back, slow mountain climbers. So find a high plank position. Exhale as you slowly bring your left knee towards your right elbow without moving your shoulders away from your wrists. And inhale to lengthen back. Exhale across. Inhale, lengthen. If you need to modify, you just pop your knees down, take a wide mountain climber to the side. Otherwise, keep pressing your chest away from the ground. Remember all of that work at the beginning to activate a high plank, to make it really active. You're not hanging out here, you're protecting your lower back, squeezing into your obliques. You should feel a lot warmer now. There's a lot more movement happening in your body. So see if you can slow it down even more. Challenge yourself. The only thing that's moving is your knee as it comes across. Inhale to lengthen back. Exhale across. And inhale, lengthen back. When you get into the high plank, try not to lift your bum into a downward dog. Make sure you stay active. Strong plank position. Exhale across. Inhale to lengthen. Now, if you're feeling nice and warm like I am, if you were to try and talk to someone in the room with you right now, it should feel tough, okay? This has got to feel intense. You take ownership for the driving of your own knee towards the elbow. Keep it slow. Again, like my hand is on your knee. I'm trying to stop you from moving it. A lot difference. A lot difference? That made no sense. It feels a lot different. Exhale across. Inhale to lengthen back. You've just got 2 more. Exhale, take it all the way across. Inhale to lengthen. Last one. Exhale across. Inhale, lengthen all the way back. Pop your knees down and come up to a high kneeling position for a kneeling chest opener flow. So what I want you to do is reach your hands down behind you. Just let your feet rest onto the ground. Now squeeze your bum and your hamstrings. Slowly inhale as you squeeze between your shoulder blades. So it's a rotation. It's not lifting your arms back. Inhale, squeeze. Exhale, let your bum just sail back, hovering off your heels, chin to chest, reach your arms in front of you. So find that little stretch in your upper back. Inhale, squeeze your glutes and hamstrings, squeeze between your shoulder blades, force your chest to find that space. Exhale, reaching forwards. Inhale, and exhale, keep this going. So I want you to find the activation in your glutes and hamstrings, the squeeze in your chest, and then the release as you come forward. So you feel that stretch in your neck and your head, right? We've all got tech neck, so release it here, especially in the middle of your day. Maybe you're feeling a little stressed, a little tense. Now is the time to let go of that. Just find that flow. Squeeze and release. Squeeze and release. Make the breaths a little bigger. Let's take it a little quicker. Inhale up. Exhale, squeeze. Feel that heat build. Inhale and exhale. This is your second last bit of work for the day. Inhale, squeeze. Exhale. And it's more of a release, right? A little break. Inhale, squeeze. Exhale down. Last one. Inhale, squeeze your bum forward. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Exhale, find that lovely stretch in your spine and place your hands down. Knees come wide. Tricep push-ups. Knees are wide. Squeeze your heels together. Your hands are under your shoulders. Now everybody look at me. What I don't want is your bum back here. Squeeze it forwards. Squeeze your belly button up. So you're not sinking, you're not back. You're a lovely solid 3/4 plank. Inhale as you slowly bend your elbows back, raise them along your rib cage. Now it doesn't matter if it's this tiny. Exhale, lift. What does matter is the tempo. Inhale, slow. No matter how low you go, it is slow. And exhale, squeeze up. The only reason you lift is because your belly button pulls towards your spine. I'm a big fan of tricep work and tricep push-ups as long as they're done correctly. So inhale down. This time as you exhale, push back, find a child's pose. Take a deep breath in. And then I want you to exhale, ripple all the way through the spine, come back and train your activation. Find that position again. Squeeze your heels, solid 3/4 plank. Inhale down and exhale slowly up. See if you can move slower. Squeeze your bum for dear life. Inhale down, exhale, lift. Inhale down and exhale to lift. Last one like this. Inhale down. Exhale, slowly press all the way back. Find your child's pose. You've just got one more like this. Inhale, ripple all the way through your body, the slowest push-ups of your entire life. My tempo, inhale down for 4, 3, 2, and 1. We go up for 4, 3, no momentum, 2, down for 4, 3, 2, 1, up, 4, 3, 2, last time, down, 4, pin your elbows, 3, 2, and 1, up, 4, 3, 2, and child's pose. Let your rib cage just be heavy on the ground, hips heavy. Take a deep breath in and exhale. You might feel your back crack a little bit. Inhale one more time. Exhale, ripple all the way through the spine. Just take a little cat-cow for me. Exhale, pull your chin to your chest. Open and articulate your spine. Dropping your head heavy. Inhale to open up. Slowly walk your hands back to your feet. Roll all the way up. Take a wide stance. Let's take a big breath together. Inhale, reach up overhead. Exhale, bring your arms wide. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Exhale to release. One more. Inhale. And exhale to release. Thank you so much, team, for moving with me. Happy Friday. I'm Christina. You can find me on the schedule 6 times a week, including tomorrow. It's Global Wellness Day. I'm doing a free class at 12 p.m. via Zoom. Free class tomorrow at 12 p.m. I've just turned on the commenting. Let me know how you feel. Have a fantastic day. I hope to see you very soon. You can find my Instagram pinned here. If you want to follow me, let me know how you're doing. Let me know how you feel after today. Thank you so much. Thanks, Shabani. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thanks, Tina. If you have any feedback, any questions, let me know or follow me on Instagram. I hope to see you soon in my Zoom classes. I'm Christina. Have an absolute fantastic day. You can find me for my Friday evening, 5 p.m. Pilates party, Saturday at 12. Thank you so much. Thanks, team. Nice to see you, Emma. Thanks, Sarn. Thanks, Caitlin. Yes. So thrilled. Sunday at 11, Monday at 5, Tuesday at 8, Thursday at 8. I'm around all the time, so come party with me. I do take requests on Zoom for playlists and body parts. Oh, thanks, Caitlin. I did love that playlist. Yes, team, if you have not done my class before, there is a different playlist every class, and I'm very obsessed with making them, and that is the difference, I guess, between our IG lives and Zoom. You're going to get a playlist experience, and I will see you move. Yes, someone's doing my class later at 5. Good. I actually have specifically designed this class so that it fits well with later, so don't worry, because I thought people might do that. Have the best day, team. Find me on Instagram, and I will see you soon. Bye!